it cut off. How's everybody doing? Just want to come on and ramble a little bit. Y'all know that's what I do. I haven't been on here in a long time, but my cell phone act crazy. Sometimes I'm looking for an upgrade. I just hadn't done it yet. Yeah, I ain't doing too much. Like I said, here and there doing a pickup. I just don't have the interest in shopping like I used to. Before my mom passed, well, before she got where she couldn't go in the store, I would pick her up on Saturday mornings, and that's what we do. We go to the different stores. And then when it got to the point where she couldn't get out like that and go in the stores because she didn't want to use the mobile cart, I would go and get the stuff for her and bring it to her. And then, after she passed, I would still go to the store and get the stuff, like I said, take it to her. And then after the pandemic, I started ordering online and I just continued to do it that way. Now we'll go in the store. Like I may end up going to Sam's because my son told me it's things that he needs like breakfast food and stuff like that. So I may just go ahead and go in Sam's. I ain't decided yet because I could just place another order and pick it up tomorrow after church. I don't know. But I can count the number of times on my hand I've been in Sam's this year, actually. But yeah, y'all, I went to go see my brother yesterday. He's progressing good. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. God is so good. It's one little guy pulling another little guy truck. Y'all, so tell me, look, I'm trying to start a healthier eating journey. And what I've been doing is, if y'all watch me, I do nuts and fruit for breakfast with a lot of water till I'm full. And then at lunch, but what I've been having my problem is at lunch, I've been going out getting fried chicken, hamburger, catfish, all this stuff. Everything, just about everything you buy has been dumped in cooking oil. So, the barbecue place, they have a special every day. Um, but it's $8.50 a day. I don't want to spend $45 a week. That could be in my savings eating out for lunch. So I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get me the big can of green beans from Sam's, or maybe I really don't buy the fresh ones because nobody in my house like them. But if I get them and cook them for myself, then I can just eat them and put them in those containers for lunch. I could do that because if you got your green beans and I put some potatoes in them for lunch, that a good bit of that could be a meal for me. And then Goya has this ham seasoning packet. I've been having a hard time finding it, but in ham seasoning packet, if I fry my onion and bell pepper and stuff, and then use that seasoning packet to give it the meat flavor, I want to use meat, so see, it's not even that fattening. I don't know what the sodium content is. I'm just trying to do better because, like I said, I'm getting older. Next month, y'all, I'll be 56 years old. I know some people don't like to tell their age, but I tell mine because you know what? I thank God for it. I thank God for it. I'm telling you. Whew. Mm-mm. But yeah, so I just stopped. I just want to say hi. Going to the hospital, going to Sam's. I don't know where else I may end up before I actually go back home. But Saturday usually the day I get in the house and clean. Just tidy up during the week. But Saturday you do some general cleaning. I really need to do some spring cleaning where I take everything out of the cabinets and clean the top, take everything out the top of the cabinets and clean it off because on the top of my cabinets, on one part I have my like it's about to rain. On one side I have my I got a lot of those large aluminum pans from Sam's. Now I like those pans, but when you cooking them, and especially if you cooking a lot of food, it takes that food a long time to actually cook or heat up in those pans. So it's better to heat it up or cook it in somewhere else and transfer it. I'm sorry, y'all, I got this jumping going on with this thing here, but yeah. Also, I may take y'all in the store with me. I'm looking for what they call, I don't know if I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about, cushion. Now I think it's a squash actually, but my mom and them take it and cook it, and I'm gonna link the video that I have. And you know what I do? I take that kush out and cook it, and then you fry it down to get real dark. And I remember the last time I had done it, I did a video of it. I did it in two parts. What I did is I took it and I cooked it down, and I put it in my freezer. And when I came back off vacation, I took it and fried it down. It's two different parts, but anyway, the my mom told me I hadn't, cause see when you cook it and you cook it down, you cook it till it has no liquid in it. It's a different consistency. Yeah, my head big, ain't it? But anyway, I like it, and I like to take it. And if you from the South, you know what I'm talking about. It would be one of those days where we come home from school, and my mom, what's for dinner? Because you always want to know what's for dinner. Food is a big part of the culture in a lot of places, but especially down south. And my mom would tell me, I would love to hear her say we gonna have some homemade biscuits, some fried chicken, and sometimes we do that old thick syrup, or she would do like we have canned pears. She'd do pears with the biscuits, or we do cushion. Oh y'all, that's some good eating. Or we just, like I said, we just do syrup. That's some good eating. I ain't saying it's the healthiest, but it sure is good. You know what I'm saying? So I try to, people say I'm gonna stop eating this altogether. I have a hard time saying that. I can tell you I'm gonna cut down, not eat it as much, because I hardly ever fry chicken. Now I do. We got this place here called Southern Classic Fried Chicken, and they fried, and you can tell it's been. They got hot sauce in the batter. Oh, that's some good chicken, and they fries good too. And they dirty rice, y'all. Ooh, that dirty rice, like the young folks say now, I be bussing. It's good. But yeah, y'all. So I'm headed up into this hospital. And if I go in the store and I feel, if I remember, I'll bring my camera, because it's a one of them stores where they get the stuff. I'm in the South and kind of little country, but they get the stuff from local. And I guess most stores do that, but they get the stuff from the local farmers, give them the stuff. All right, so I'm finna head in here real quick. I'm not gonna be in here long, but I'll holler back. Bye. Okay, so tell y'all something. What people got to realize is when it's your time, when God got something for you, ain't nothing nobody can do to take it from you. If you not where you want to be, God ain't ready to give it to you. You just keep working. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing forward and let God work. I ain't always been like that. I had to learn that, but we be praying for things. I'm like, Lord, I pray that Your will be done, because it may not be in God's will that I get the things that I desire to have. You understand? What I aspire to be may not be what He has for me, but you just keep moving, you keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? And quit thinking that people owe you something, man. Get out there and work and make it happen for yourself. I, you know, Sometimes I think what happens is children, when we raising them, we want to give them the world, and they have this sense of entitlement. And in that sense of entitlement, they think that somebody owes them something. The only thing somebody really owe you is respect. Everything else you need to be working for. I'm serious. I'm serious about that. I really am. But every time I come down the street, I think about my sister, because she used to stay in these senior citizens apartments. And they over here on the left. And man, that apartment was small, but we had some fun up in there. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. But yeah. And so something else I want to talk about. I be rambling. I know I ramble a lot, but y'all, everything I say, I was on the wrong side of the road. But everything I say and everything I try to do is to help somebody. And usually when I tell you about something, I talk about something I've actually experienced. It ain't me just talking out the side of my neck like we used to say back in the day. Y'all remember people you said talking out the side of your neck. But anyway, I watch cheaters. Cheaters start coming on like 3 something in the morning, and they sometimes go off at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. And my brother was just looking at it. But anyway, and it's like the same story over and over and over again. A lot of the men are cheating, and is they cheating on women who working, and they driving the woman car, and the woman providing the house and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they do, or maybe they don't have kids together. But then on the flip side of that, you got the men cheating, the women cheating, and she cheating. And guess what she's saying? Well, you never at home. You always gone. But most of the men, what they say? But I'm working to take care of us. I'm taking care of you, so you don't have to work. Or I'm paying for you to go to school. I'm like, Lord have mercy. That's why when we do things, we need to let God be the center. Because anytime you're a woman and you taking care of man, that ain't God's order. That is not God's order. A woman is not supposed to take care of man. A woman's supposed to be the man helpmate. So if you helping him, that means he already got something going. You understand? When we do stuff out of God's order, all it brings is confusion into our lives. There's no peace. There's no peace. There's no peace. And a lot of times, ain't no love. It's convenience. It is. This lady was telling me, she said that her boyfriend, every time he would come over, he'd have one candy bar and one Coke. Now she got two kids, and the man claimed he like her, but he coming with something for him. First of all, I think it's done. This is just me. This is me and my logic. I think it is rude to come to somebody else's house eating, and you haven't at least called them and asked them if if they would like something. Eat at your own house or eat at the restaurant where you're going to, but I just don't think it's right to come to somebody else's house eat in front of them. And I told my son's grandmother, I had brought him over to see her one day, and I told her I would never come over to your house eating and haven't called to ask you if you would like something, or I'm not coming to bring you something to eat. Nah, I just, I'm old school, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not ashamed of the way I was raised. I'm not. In fact, I'm glad I was raised old school because I have respect for myself and others, and I have morals. I'm not perfect, but what I'm saying is, I couldn't do that. I could not. I could not come to somebody's house and sit there and eat in front of them. And a lot of people are not going to want to eat off of your plate. So if you offer them something, they may even be hungry, haven't cooked yet. They'll probably still tell you no. I just don't think that's appropriate. Another thing I don't think is a problem all over the place, but I don't think it's appropriate for you to come to a event, and unless the host tell you, um, you don't have to worry about bringing it